I am ready to start building. I'm starting to glue my pieces together, but before I do that, I'm going to grab a piece of wax paper and place that over my finished blueprint. By that I mean it has every single line drawn, where I want toothpicks to be. Everything is completed on this blueprint. Now mine is not. Let's just imagine that it is. Before I start placing toothpicks though, I'm going to want to tape down the edges of this wax paper, and that's going to allow me to be very consistent for where I place my toothpicks, because if this is shifting around a bunch, that's not gonna be ideal for making an accurate bridge. So I'm gonna start by just placing my toothpicks on my blueprint where I want them to be, and I want to make sure to have a little overlap. If I put two toothpicks and they're end to end like this, that's not gonna make a very good connection. Glue in itself is pretty flexible. If I just have glue connecting those are gonna bend really easily. But if I have some overlap, that's gonna resist bending. That's gonna wanna stay where it is because it's bound together by glue, but it hasn't have these solid parts connecting it. So as I put these down, I'm gonna overlap a little bit, and I'm just gonna lay them out where I want them to be. Once I have enough that I don't wanna risk messing a whole bunch of them up, I'll take a dab of glue, whatever, and I'm gonna start connecting them with that glue. And I don't want to overdo it, because if I have too much glue, that's way too much flexibility. A little goes a long way. So I'm connecting all these together, having a little bit of overlap. And it's okay if I get a little bit on that wax paper because it will come off, but I don't want to have a giant puddle because that's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So I'll go through and I'll glue all these together, and when I am done with that, I'm just going to let it sit on a flat surface and let it dry. So that'll dry overnight, and when I come back tomorrow, I'll be able to just kind of roll this off and it'll pop up and I'll have a panel. That's one side of the bridge, and I need two. But if I have time in one day, I could actually just slide down my blueprint and I could do another one right below it. That way I can get two of them done, hopefully, in one day, depending on how detailed your bridge is, or how many people are helping you, that sort of thing. So that is this step. Beyond that, I think you can figure it out, but just try and be as consistent as possible and you'll make a really great bridge.